Hi, I'm Dana Obleman. This video is part of my free sleep course for kids 25 months and up right here on YouTube. If you could use some more guidance and check out Sleep Sounds Plus, the link is in the description below. Good morning. Welcome back. I hope your night went relatively well. So one thing that might be showing up is that you might notice your child has a little bit of increased anxiety about going to bed. And that's really, really common, and I don't want you to worry at all. And it can even start showing up in your bedtime routine. They can start either protesting right from the beginning of the routine, or if they can speak, they're maybe telling you they don't want to go to bed or they're afraid. Fear is something that tends to be expressed in the early days of the Sleep Sense program, and that is simply because they're getting used to something new. And again, going back to our sleep habits being so habitual, we do not like changes around our sleep habits, that it makes a lot of sense that they're feeling some anxiety. And it's absolutely fine to validate that yes, I understand that you're feeling a little anxious, or I understand that you're feeling a little worried or concerned about going to bed. The good news is I will be there with you. I'll be in the chair, in the room with you. I'll be there in the night when you need me, but this is what we're doing. And it's all for the greater good, right? Keeping it positive, talking again about the rewards. If they haven't had their reward yet, we're going to remind them at this point that, if you can sleep all night, remember you get that wonderful prize in the morning. And talk about how healthy sleep makes people feel better in the day. It makes mommy a happier mommy. It makes daddy a happier daddy. And really discuss the positive benefits of somebody sleeping well, just so that they know there's a reason why you're doing this. It's not punishment, right? They've done nothing wrong. It's just that we're teaching them some good sleep skills. We're teaching them how to be an independent sleeper, and focusing on that. Now, it might not do anything to the anxiety, or they'll still go to bed and feel a little bit of anxiety or a little bit of fear, and that's absolutely normal and fine. And you will just give them some strategies for dealing with that. Maybe if they've got a special bed friend, a little teddy or something, they can hug their teddy if they're feeling anxious, or if they've got a blanket, they can give their blanket a cuddle. I suggest sometimes, especially if mom is the primary prop that they're used to you sleeping with them, to give them an old t-shirt of yours and say, you know what, since I can't lay down with you anymore because that's not good for your sleep, here's a t-shirt of mine. You can cuddle it in the night. If you're feeling nervous, you can just give it a quick cuddle, and that can help. And for a lot of kids, that really does help a lot, to have that little piece of security, that little piece of mom in the bed with them still. Now, one other thing that can be showing up right about now is that you might actually not notice your child getting into bed with you at night. I have a lot of parents who say, you know what, she sneaks into the room so quietly, she crawls into my bed, and it could be hours before I even notice that she's there. And we really want to discourage that, right? If we're trying to teach her how to sleep well in her own bed, then we can't allow her to get into ours at any point in the night. That's a mixed message. So do something like hang a little bell on your door so that you'll hear her when she comes in. Another great idea is to put some tin foil down on the ground, because if she walks over that tin foil, usually the crinkling sounds will wake you up. Something to wake you if you're not noticing, so that we can get her back to her own bed and sit in our chair just like we would with any other nighttime wake up. All right, so we're going into night 5 tonight. I just want to give a little bit of warning around night 5. For some people, night 5 is a tough night. It might feel a little reminiscent of night 1 all over again. And I know that's hard to hear because you've come so far and you've done such a great job that going back to night 1 sounds pretty tough. But the good news is, for 50% of you, you will not have a night 5 regression. I had to actually give it a name. It happens so frequently, night 5 regression. But for 50% of you, this won't occur. You'll just go right through night 5 with either improvements or it being relatively the same. For the other 50% of you, night 5 is going to feel a little rocky. And I don't really know why. I guess if I had to hypothesize, I would say that it's your child's last try, right? They kind of dig their heels in one more time to see if you'll go back to that easier, softer way that was more familiar instead of working hard to learn this new skill. You've got to dig deep. We've got to get through it. You've got to prepare yourself that if it shows up, you will do exactly what you've been doing in your chair, key phrase, consequencing uncooperative behavior, and you can get through this night. We're not moving our chair. It is still in the middle of the room. You can do it. I have faith. See you in the morning.